All right, welcome back to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program, Target Individual Experience. Oh, look, the New York Predator Department. You see their lights flashing? Uh-oh. As soon as they see me approaching, watch, they leave. Look. Are they leaving? Is she leaving? Yeah, of course. Like I said, like clockwork. Like clockwork. I wish I need to get some wearable lights. All right, 4147. Vehicle number. Oh yeah. I'm telling you guys, yesterday they were you had a helicopter that started this morning when I woke up, which is about an hour ago, and yeah, they've been constantly using helicopters, small airplanes. It's all the same form of targeting. Right, and look at the perp right there. You see him standing up in front of the building, sticking his tongue out as you walk by, looking at the tree. Right? Oh yeah. Again, New York Predator Department running these, controlling these cult agents, these white racists, engaging in sabotage of black people. All right? This is what they do. This is what they're about. Look. It's been constant with these motherfuckers. Constant. Look, you make no damn sense. See the shit that they do? Oh, you trying to get into your car? You telling me that there's no space? Or no? I guess it is shovel the store. Tell you, it's been a whole week already, and still, look at this shit. Oh, you could have crossed on this. Anyhow, this is yeah. So you have to say so. Yeah. So yesterday again, they were attacking me a lot with the noise with the helicopters and planes flying overhead, and it was constant. And also because they knew what they had done. I talked about my delivery being delayed a few times. And then all of a sudden they delivered it yesterday, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on here? They're supposed to deliver it on Thursday. Hey, what's going on, man? How's the fam? Right. Good. All right. And so then I had another package that the post office say that they couldn't deliver because of hazardous conditions. This is Saturday. So we'll see. I mean, I understand that it's snowing, but come on now. And the post office is right on the same. It's on the same block. Well, the back of the post office. You know what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be no issues delivering package on the block. Okay? No issue at all. Shit. Because they don't got to work for. And the mail goes to that, and the mail, my packages goes right to that post office. I show you guys all the time. All right? But anyhow, so I was talking about yesterday the PC case that I got. I got it for Ethan. And I really liked it. So I said, you know what? Let me I put my gloves on here because it's cold out here. It is 25 degrees out here. All right, we are below freezing temperature. So, all right. And again, yesterday, it's like when I lift the box up, I'm hearing this something shaking. Like I'm like, what the hell is this? I said, don't tell me they dropped it and break the glass. But that wasn't it. They literally cut the zip tie around the plastic the container, the plastic container that holds all of your case screws, your motherboard screws, your zip ties, and so for your hard drive screws, So I'm just like, yeah. Walking and spitting in front of me. That's what they do. All bullshit. But yeah. So I end up, I used the case anyway. I said, you know what, maybe. And here's the thing too, because the box, the case was in the box. The box wasn't open. It comes in a 2-box, right? Amazon box, and then the case, the manufacturer case box in it. And, it wasn't open at all. It was in the plastic, the whole 9. So they had to have done this in the factory, or like I said, or they had to intercept the case, create the same box for the case. I have a box for the case already, and then do whatever they need to do. So I documented it, and I said, okay, let me see, because I want to show people exactly what it is that they do, right? If anything within that case, sorry, shorted out the motherboard, right? Come on now. Let me tell you, they have not used Muslim women, but they're using them today. Like I said, they will always infiltrate communities and get noise, ambulance. They will always infiltrate communities and get community members to engage in targeting. Right? Again, it doesn't matter. I'm not surprised, but they don't do that too regular, right? Unlike the European Christians. Okay. So anyhow, yeah, what was I saying? Okay, yeah. So anyways, I took out my components from my other PC case, which I liked, by the way. But the front of that case, I talked about this, where when that case came, they dropped the case, and so when I say drop the case, being dropping the PC case, and transport, and it broke the tabs, that pops in the front of the case into the chassis. So I had to, get some. I took some pictures, showed the seller, the retailer, and they sent me a new, not the seller, the manufacturer, and they sent me a new case, but they sent me an ATX case. I'm like, okay, what the hell am I going to do with that case? So that's why I switched over to my home. I switched my home theater. No, I built a new home theater PC. This was a few years ago, and because I had a CPU there and a couple of parts, right, spare parts. Only thing I ordered was the motherboard. That was it. But yeah, so I had to glue some of the tabs to get it to somewhat snap into the front, but it falls off easily, So I'm like, okay, what have you. So, like I said, I liked it, the case. So I said, okay, you know what, I'm gonna get me one too. And like I said, they would always engage in targeting. Right? They will always engage in targeting. So like I said, they'll use certain opportunities too, like I talk about. They'll use certain opportunities, right, in order to engage in targeting, particularly when it comes to your delivery, right, your packages that you may order. So they will always, like I said, just like the holidays, they will always use those holidays, the birthdays, what have you, to engage in a heavy dose of targeting, and to make it, what I'm saying, so it doesn't look like it's as they're targeting you, right? They can say, oh, it's holiday, Let me ask you a question, right? How come on this St. Patrick's Day, I don't see a lot of people wearing blue? I mean, wearing green, not blue, green, right? Okay? And again, St. Patrick's Day is, again, European mindset, how the church, how they always get us to worship their murderers, their mass killers of our people. Right? We have yet to figure that shit out, right? We have yet to figure out how the European mind works. That they will create holidays for their people who have committed mass genocide, mass murder of our people. Right? So yeah, like I said, you know, you have to understand the European mindset, how they think, right? Why the behavior is the way it is, and how they engage in, again, cognitive warfare, neurocognitive warfare against us as black people, right? And also for those who are TIs, you know, I always say they perfected their techniques and their tactics and their methods, their technology on black people. They've always done that. Okay? And if you're a black TI, you know, it's just another aspect of how, again, they target us as a whole. Right? But a lot of us will participate in the nonsense that's also used against us as a group of people. All right? So you got to understand that. Okay? And then they're always running this theme, right? Because I'm talking, exposing what it is that they're doing, right? They'll use the color black and the color brown in a way that they try to give some self-identification of me as being brown. I am brown. I say it all the time, but I'm black, right? I'm just a shade of black. So that shit don't work. But again, it's what is called coercive persuasion, coercive threats, coercive manipulation. Jeez. Right? You got to understand what it is that they do. Because they want to get away with the crime that they committed, they will sabotage you, they will manipulate you, they will do all these things, not just you, but also the people around you, in order to silence you. Like I said, we know their tactics, we know their methods, right? And it's not going to happen. Not with me. Right? And not with some of the other TIs either. Some of the other TIs, we're going to always expose what it is that they do. When people get enough sense and common sense to really start to ask the hard questions, right, you'll see, they'll start to understand and see the truth, particularly black people. You will see the truth. Right? You know, I watched Dr. Amos Wilson yesterday, and I love watching his videos because he is spot on. When he talks about black people will never have equality or peace of mind, peace of body, peace of spirit in this West, particularly in America, because of the sociopathic and psychopathic personalities of white people, particularly white men, those in position of power, those within position of authority. Okay? And the only way is to remove them from that position. Okay? And when you see Negropeans, like I said, they have given us their mindset when it comes to how they treat us. We treat each other the exact same way. But make no mistakes about it. We do. We treat each other the exact same way. Using the Asian dude. I'll tell you, the amount of people that they have, when I talk about fanatical cults, and right now they're showing me that, oh yeah, we've infiltrated the Muslims, the black Muslims, we've been infiltrated the black Christians, we've infiltrated the Chinese Christians. That's what I say, in China, you know, yeah, get rid of religion. Because those who are religious will cause all kind of conflict and chaos within your society. Okay? And the reason why, again, when you look at China, China is the most right? When you look at China, China is the world's most advanced nation. more advanced than the United States. Right? So they gaslight us here, they lie to us here. But go look at Americans, white Americans, talking about their experience living in China. All right? If you really want to know and understand how in the United States, how the poor, the working class, the middle class are being robbed every single day. Every single day. Then they try to blame it on poor people, right? Particularly, they'll say, well, it's black people, black women in particular on welfare. Right? But any intelligent person can go and look and do the research, and you will see that black people are the third most group of people that receive welfare in America. White people by far exceed that of black people and Hispanics put together who are on welfare or government assistance. Right? And when you look at corporate America, who is the biggest welfare recipient, why do America need to use taxpayers' money to fund and to give tax breaks to big corporations? Right? Why? And now with AI, they're making exorbitant amount of look, this is a few times people spin in front of me, right? So I want you to understand the the theme here and what it is that they're doing. Anyhow, right? Now that AI has increased their profit by a few hundred billions, almost $500 billion a year in various categories, right? The U.S. government is still subsidizing corporations. But let's compare this when China subsidized its corporation so that they can advance technologically and so forth. We say that they are state-owned with no proof or no evidence. But you have proof that the U.S. government bought shares and stocks of Intel, right? They don't say Intel is owned by the U.S. government, even though it is. Again, you gotta go and read Surveillance Valley. I'll get the audiobook. Surveillance Valley, this is a book. I forgot the author's name. But go and read it, and you will see a lot of these big tech corporations were funded and are government agents, right, who went on to do a double role, to play a double role as CEOs and CFOs of these corporations. This is why they infiltrate everything, right? How many of you know that the U.S. government rent out server space on Google and also Amazon? Okay? Again, we got to understand technology, how technology is used, right? Not only technology, but science, medicine, how it is used against us in a way that we don't comprehend. We can't comprehend because we are not technically knowledgeable about these things, right? This is why they can continue to manipulate us. And I'm going to continue to speak on it and talk about it because, like I said, my purpose is greater than theirs. Right? My purpose is greater than theirs. Is there an express bus coming? What is this?
Close the doors, please.
You have a transfer, please? Thank you.
Stand clear, close the doors, please.
Yeah, you can lock it up.
Please exit through the rear door.
That shit gonna blow my 3 up the no color.